Today we're going to use Tinkercad and the sketch tool to make an Easter egg Clicky Fidget. To speed up today's tutorial, we're going to start with a template. Please type bit.ly/HLEgg26 and press enter. Of course, my design is set to copy and tinker, so don't forget the golden rule of Tinkercad. Give a reaction before you copy and tinker. So when you copy and tinker, you get an exact copy of my design. It has these important parts, the holes. It also has some free artwork I'm giving you to play with. And of course, it has the notes that explain all of that. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change this. It's going to be called Clicky. And I'm going to get rid of the word template. We will come back to the holes when we need them, but I will mention these only work for Kailh Keys. You can find a link to buy Kailh Keys right here. But right now, let's get to building our egg. We are simply going to bring out the sketch tool. It sits in a 20 by 20 grid, and we're going to set it right at the cool 00 mark. These lines were added not too long ago. It makes it real easy to start your project lined up. Now, if you've never used Sketch before, I highly recommend you check out the Sketch features. These are updated all the time. They are fantastic. There are animations and all sorts of tricks that help you become more efficient as a designer. If you prefer my tutorials, you can simply find my full playlist with the bit.ly right here. So we're going to make an egg like this. Move out 15, click, and then hit escape to finish it. Do the same thing from the other side. P to pen, move out 15, click, and hit escape to finish it. With our little templates in place, friends, we're going to simply move up 30. So here's 10, 20, 30. P for pen. Make that point, click and connect this dot, go down 10, click and find this corner, and click to finish. If we double click to edit, and we double click again, it auto smooths. Now this egg is not perfect, but check this out. We're selecting these middle, and we're gonna go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and bang, you have got an egg shape. If you want it to be a little different, boom, there's 6. If you want the top to be adjusted, check out this trick. Instead of dragging the handles, use the arrow keys to find the exact egg shape you like. I'm going to select these both. I'm going to go down 1, up 1. I think I am going to stay right there. I'm going to click out here to finish that edit. Now I can easily click on that line and click on that line, and bang, we have got a fidget egg shape. Now don't forget, we need 12 millimeters for this base. So I'm going to click right here and let's change that to 12 and press enter. Now I'm going to line up the hole. Shift select these two, L for align, click on the shape that you want to be the boss, and we want center, center, and then this one comes to the top. That's going to fit in there perfect. I love this where it lines up. Sometimes we do need to adjust it 1 or 2 to get it to the exact spot. Matter of fact, I am going to put mine right there. Now we're going to also use these for the lid as well. We're going to do Control D, Shift nudge to move the 2 over. And then we're going to take that lid and we're going to adjust it for the height that we need. So this one uses a height of 4, but I've started liking this one more, which uses a height of 5. So I'm just going to click on this height and change it from the 12 to 5 and press enter. And then we're going to shift select this and the hole. It's nice because that's poked up, easy to grab right now. L for align. The hole needs to be the boss. And of course we want center, center. And then that one's down below. I can now click on this and hit delete. And these 2 holes are perfectly lined up. Now we can make the walls for our fidget. Click on your egg and do Control D. Edit the sketch. Click on the sketch and switch it to a stroke. I like to use a width of 1.2, and then we simply need to move it to the outside. I like to choose round corners, even though this one doesn't matter because it is so round. And when you hit finish sketch, you have got the walls. We simply need to change the height to 17 and press enter. That's it. Clicky Fidget base, but I am going to add a bonus step. I'm going to put a keyring holder out here. Bring out the torus. I'm going to stand it up. Notice when we rotate it, it's 22.5 degrees inside. If you hold shift rotate, it does 45 degrees per turn. I need that to be a hole. I want to maximize the sides. I'm going to maximize the steps. And I'm just going to keep the 2.5 tube. That'll be a size 5 hole. I'm going to shift select these 2 L for align, the egg is the boss, and we need it centered. And then the rest I'm just gonna nudge into place. To make this easier to see, I'm gonna hit T for transparent. Let's orbit a little bit. Notice I accidentally moved the wrong one, so I'm gonna do Control Z. Now I'm gonna click on my torus and do Control down to move it so it's at that front, and it'll cut that out so we've got a chance to add a keyring later. I'm gonna hit T to shut off transparency. Let's grab all of this and do Control G to union group. Notice it does take a second, but there is the hole where the key is gonna fit, and bang, there is a place where you can add a keyring. Before I go too far, I do want to mention that today's video is sponsored by PCBWay.com. One exciting thing about this project is we could actually take our base and get many of those printed ahead of time and then just do the colorful eggs on our own printers at home. Getting your first quote is as easy as clicking the CNC 3D printing, switching to 3D printing, picking your process. I'm going to do the 3D printing. You have tons of materials to choose from, and then what I love is we've also got tons of colors. Say since these are the Easter egg base, I could use the awesome Arctic Whisper, which is a blue-white gradient, or maybe the Ocean Blue, which is a blue-green gradient. And of course, once you submit your part, you can get a quote in no time. Of course, make sure you check that link in the description to learn more about PCBWay. Now at the moment this would fit exactly in here snug, which isn't good. We need a little bit of space so the fidget can work. So we're going to do the same steps. Control D, edit the sketch. This time when we click on it and choose stroke, I'm going to tell you to type 0.6 and press enter. You can also use 0.8. And we're going to switch it to the center line. I'm going to zoom in so you can see this better. Notice all we're doing is we're trimming. When I said 0.6, that means we're taking away 0.3 from every side. I'm going to change this to 0.8 just so you can see. It makes that gap a little bit more. I'm actually going to stick with 0.8 just so I'm sure there's enough gap. Once again, I do like to pick round for these. If you've got a design with sharper edges, having that little extra gap is nice. Now I can click on that outside edge and I want to make it a hole. And when I grab all of these parts, I can do Control G to union group. Bang, there's the fidget top. W for work plane, so it's on top of the egg. Click on the artwork that I've given you, D to drop, and then I'm going to select the two, choose L for align, and I want to center this. Bang, bang. Notice it is a little bit different size than my egg. I am going to click on that artwork, make sure you've got the artwork, and I'm just going to use Alt-Shift to scale it around center till it fits the way I want, and then we can also nudge it into place. If I change my nudge to off, I can become more precise. I'm going to zoom in up on this corner. Once again, Alt-Shift goes from the center, so I can get that right out there nice and close to the edges. You do want to make sure it's not hanging off. And then you've got a couple options for printing. I'm going to set this to 0.5 for the height. And you could print it just like this and do layer colors. You can also sync it in. I'm going to show you the sync it in steps as well. I'm going to do Control D so I've got the whole set moved over here. I do want to put my nudge back to 1 so it's easier to move it to a new location. Shift nudge. And then for me to print this face down, there are 2 steps that matter. First one is click on the pink and do Control D and make that a hole. I'm going to sink it in a 0.5 millimeter. If I do my 0.5 millimeter nudge and do Control down, now that hole is inside the egg. I'm going to shift select the egg and do Control G to union group. Right now this is in the way so we can't see it, but if I hide it, bingo, there you can see where we cut out the areas where that color is going to be. Now I simply need to click on that artwork and do Control down to sink it in. Now for 3D printing, I want to print this one face down, so I'm going to grab it and I'm going to rotate it 180 degrees. Notice Shift Rotate makes that a lot faster by going 45 degrees per turn. I'm going to click on the art. Notice I can tell I've got it because of the color. And I'm going to export an STL, and then I'm going to change the name to Clicky Egg Art. And save changes. Now I'm going to click on the Clicky Egg. Notice now it's got multicolors, and I'm going to export it as an STL, only the selected shape, And this one will be Clicky Egg top. And save changes. And then finally, I'm going to click on the base and I'm going to export it, STL. And of course, its name will be Clicky Egg Base. And save changes. I'm going to choose to print this one as well, but I'm going to do this one with the paint by layer height. So notice that 5mm, I'll show you how that counts in a minute. I can now grab all of these pieces and I'm going to export them as a combined part. So this will be only selected to, STL, and then I'm going to change this one to top 2. And save the changes. Now we can bounce to Bambu Lab Studios. We're going to create a brand new project. I'm going to start by adding the top and art. I want these two to be together. When I hit open, it says, do you want single object, multiple parts? And yes, I do. Now under objects, I want the top of this egg to be my yellow. If we look underneath, bang, we got the cool artwork. Now it is possible your design is too thin, so I will mention under strength, if you do detect thin walls, that can help you find these little edges if they were harder for the project to find. Let's hit slice plate and see how that looks. Of course, checking underneath to make sure all the artwork shows up, and yes, it does. Check it out, we'll have that cool part in about 23 minutes. I'm going to get everything set up all at once though. I'm going to hit prepare again and let's go back to add. Let's bring in the base. I'm going to move this to the other side. Notice you can just shift nudge it out of the way. I am going to keep it with the same yellow. So I'm just going to right click, change filament, and I do want the yellow PLA matte. Notice this part does have non-manifold edges. I forget this and they print fine, but I will highlight it is real easy for you to just click repair and get them solved just like that. Now when we click slice plate, check it out. We'll have a full part in about 35 minutes. Print plate and let's get it sent to the 3D printer. Now while that's printing, let's also compare the other way. I'm going to quickly start a brand new project. We're going to add, and this time we're going to grab top 2. All right, so with it loaded, let me show you the trick we're going to use. First, I'm going to set everything to green. All right, and this is because I want the top, the bunny, the artwork to be green. Then I'm going to go to the awesome paint bucket tool. Because we know the height is 5, I'm going to click yellow. I'm going to look underneath, click on that base, and bang, we have just printed the base yellow and the artwork green. Let's hit slice plate. Notice this one, I do not have the thin lines because I've got to do the new project. This is perfect to show you that. If we go back here, do global, and I detect thin walls, let's slice it and double check it again. Bang, that is what we expect to have printed. 16 minutes and we'll have an awesome top for our Clicky Fidget. How cool is that? And here we are, not too much longer. We've got the original yellow base, and we have got the Kailh Key. Notice these have little edges. Find the edges in your pattern, and then make sure you just press that all the way in, nice and firm. It's got a good snap. Grab your top, and of course, slide it in. Clicky Fidget. How cool is that? Notice we've got that 0.3 gap on each side because we use that awesome trick to cut the edges. Of course, I also mentioned doing the bases ahead of time. This is where I've got one in a different color. Snap the key in. Make sure you get it firmly in there. That had an extra snap. And then this is the one where I printed it on top. These print a little faster than the face down. You get a different texture. I actually kind of like how that feels on my finger. And of course, snap it on and bang. Easter egg, Clicky Fidget. How cool is that? All right, so a super quick wrap up. First, loved how easy it was to make the egg, and once we draw it in Sketch, that gives us the stroke features, which lets you make those amazing walls. With that technique, you can make boxes, you can make lids. There are so many things we can do. Make sure you check the bit.lys up above for all my sketch tutorials and my box tutorials. I do want to mention that the artwork that I gave you in the design, that was just generated with Google Gemini, and then I erased the outside of the egg in a paint program before I brought it in as an SVG. I have got several tutorials about that process. I'll make sure I add one in the bit.lys up above as well. I do quickly want to say thank you to everybody that supports me via YouTube memberships. Don't forget there are 3 different levels of support starting as low as $5 a month. With any level of support you get early access to videos. Make sure you also pay attention for those members only posts. I also want to say thank you to everybody that supports me via Patreon. Love how that group is growing. It has a fantastic free messaging area. You can ask questions, post designs, gain skills. Of course you can learn more with the bit.ly up above or the link in the description. Finally, friends, I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget every time you like, hype, share a video, add a comment down below, or click subscribe, you're helping HLModTech get just a little bigger, which absolutely makes my day. Friends, have a glorious day, and keep tinkering.